Oh, hey, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again for more Dota 2 pub time action here with Cptn.Canuck. I am just fixing some settings here, and then we'll be hopping into this game that I just found here between Xfinity and Reckless Minds. And yeah, so while we're just waiting for this countdown to go, I'm going to throw a plug out for my other channels for which you can connect with me. Check out my Twitch TV channel at Cptn.Canuck Dota. You can also follow me on Twitter at Cptn.Canuck Dota, at Cptn.Canuck Dota, and as well right here on this YouTube channel that you are likely watching right now. So give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me whatever you feel I deserve, because I would love to hear you guys' feedback. Anyways, just waiting for the countdown. Just waiting for the countdown. All right. Man, not been having very good Dota games today. Let me tell you something. Just one disaster after another after another. I was just in like a 60-minute long game in which I was playing out of my mind. The other team had better carries, and it just went on, and just my head exploded. However, here we go into the game as it has just begun. Xfinity versus Reckless Minds. I like those names. They work for them. Anyways. Load faster so I have something to talk about. Let's go. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. No? There we go. Alrighty, into the game here. Let's get the camera mode changed. Let's get some of the content changed over to defaults. Let's get my logo up here, and bam shakalaka, we are ready. Reckless Minds versus Xfinity. Two teams, both incredibly skilled at being on Dota 2 when I happen to look at them. Never seen either of these teams before. I have no clue what they're capable of, and we're all gonna discover together. Anyways, Alchemist, first man out here by Xfinity. No surprises there. He's obnoxious, and he sucks. To play against, at least. Man, I had an Alchemist on my team the other day, and I have not ever seen a guy stun himself more times than this guy did. Like, I'm not even kidding you. That he probably had a 5-to-1 ratio of stuns hit to stunning himself. It was just... Actually, no. Other way around. 1 to 5 of stuns that he hit versus stuns that he stunned himself. It was just... It was so ridiculous. Every time I started seeing him charging, I was like, here we go. And then sure enough, he stunned himself. Thankfully, he just managed to do it like out of fights though. He was like so far gone that the enemy team couldn't capitalize on it, and it was no problem. But it was like, whoa. We still won the game, so it was all good. Anyways, Weaver, Phantom Lancer, Timbersaw, the last 3 bans. It's interesting. I haven't seen a Phantom Lancer ban in a long time. He must be pretty annoying at whatever level of play we happen to be at here. This could be relatively low. There were only 4 pages of team games when I checked, so we are on the 3rd page of those. Probably pretty low tier, but these guys still seem to know what's going on at least. Anyways, dipping into reserve time here for the very first pick is Xfinity, and they end up settling on the Nyx, so they're going to grab up the Lifestealer, have that Magic Immune, and get counterpicked instantly by a Razor, a Shadow Demon, a Bane, and whatever else comes out. This is the problem with picking Lifestealer first, man. He's a really strong hero, but countered so easily. Yeah, there's Reckless Mind taking their sweet time, deciding these picks here. Just working with what they got.
5 seconds remaining.
Like I said, seeing the Lifestealer, you should be able to have a pretty decent idea of what you're doing right off the bat. But you're grabbing Io. We're gonna combo that up with something fun. Like maybe we'll see a Tiny, maybe a Slardar, maybe a Ricky. Man, I'd love to see an Io Ricky. That would be fun. That would be just fun times. Maybe Io Spin, Io Chaos Knight, Io Huskar, Anything works really. Just like another beefy strength hero with burst damage. And you get all the
10
ganks in the
seconds
world.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Just waiting on these picks. They're taking their sweet time with this. Just the
Reserve
clock wind
time.
down, dipping back into their reserve time as they decide on this pick here. Got a pretty open playing field, but like I said, there's some of those direct counters to Nyx that I'd love to see, and some of those combo heroes with the IO that should probably be picked up here because they'll get banned out if you don't. If I were to see like a Wisp plus another support, like say a Coddle or something like that, in the first stage of my banning, or in the first stage of picks, my second two bans would just be like Chaos Knight and Tiny, like right off the board. Just get them out of there because it's going to be one of them. So, man, what are they doing? They're taking a long time to decide what they're going to do, and it seems pretty cut and dry. You've only got a couple options right now. I mean, you should be picking your IO combo hero because that's pretty much all you got right now. That's all you've got to pick, and if you don't pick it, it's going to get banned. So, come on, guys, you can do it. You're big boys. Wow, but down to 45 seconds on their second pick. I'm not sure what's taking them so long. Maybe their captain just got up and decided he needed some pizza or go for a run around the block or something. And they picked the Dome Branger.
Team pick.
Doom Branger. I like Doom with IO. It works out pretty well. The only problem is that he does not have any CC of his own, so relocate ganks can be a little bit iffy at times. There's times where they're just not entirely reliable, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, see how those work out. That might just be like a jungle Doom or a mid Doom or something like that, and then they'll throw another hero with the IO. It's completely possible, but I think that is probably the combo they're thinking of here. We'll have to see how it works out for them. I'm not entirely convinced that it'll go well against the Lifestealer either, because even though Doom goes through Magic Immunity, Magic Immune still blocks the damage, and it just doesn't work that great against Strength heroes because it's really hard to eat through their entire HP pool. So, I mean, it'll work okay against the Lifestealer, but I think there's a lot better options. Yeah, I don't know if Chaos Knight would have been the choice, but I think going for a Tiny with the Wisp actually would have been a lot better, because you get the burst damage to burst down the rest of Xfinity's team. As well, I think late game, like full 6-slotted Lifestealer versus Tiny wins. So, I don't know.
10 seconds remaining.
Anyways, Clockwork, the pickup for Xfinity, so grabbing themselves an offlaner and a carry with their first two picks. They'll be looking to pick up those two supports and their mid laner with the last three. Getting down to bans, the Xfinity is still worried about another IO hero, so they are going to be grabbing that, or they're going to be banning out that Chaos Knight, and probably we might see another ban targeted at that, maybe a Tiny, maybe a
10
something.
seconds remaining.
I don't know, we'll see. Outworld Devourer banned by
Radiant
Reckless Mind, so getting rid of that right away. Silencer, the ban by Xfinity. That's something that we see a lot at these pub levels. Not a lot of teams enjoy playing against Silencer, and I don't really blame them, but I don't know. He's not the top tier hero people think he is. And Venomancer. Venomancer, he's banned out there, so just another strong support that nobody wants to deal with. Nothing too special about him. I would love to see a CM pickup by Reckless Minds right here. Actually, maybe, no. Never mind. I like CM with the Wisp just because it like doubles her aura on whoever he's got tethered. So you can pick really mana intensive carries like Sven, Tiny, whatever. I talk about this a lot, how good that aura is, but it really opens up a lot of options. Hey, they do go for the Crystal Maiden. Yeah, so it opens up a lot of options for your carry role because, and even your mid lane role, because there's a lot of heroes that just don't function amazingly because of mana issues. Like mid laners like Pudge, sometimes like a mid laner like a Rubik even. Who else? Like the Chaos Knight is the carry, the Tiny is the carry. Mid lane Dragon Knights, things like that all benefit really, really well from having a lot of mana regen. And so having that Crystal Maiden is just incredible. So you have more versatility in your draft by picking a Crystal Maiden in the first place. Now with the Wisp on the field, they can pick a really mana-intensive carry because you can just give him mana whenever, like a Juggernaut
Radiant
even,
team pick.
because you just tether him up and he automatically has like 9 to 12 mana regen per second, depending on your what are the levels of the aura? It's 2, 4, 6, 8? Is that what it is? Oh, 1, 1.5. Whoopsies. Whoa, that was cool. 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. Okay, so you get that maxed and
10
you tether
seconds
somebody up. They get
remaining.
5 mana regen per second, plus whatever Wisp already has,
5
plus whatever
seconds
they already
remaining.
have. So you're looking at, 6.5 to even 8
Reserve time.
mana regen per second when you've got that tether up, and then whatever consumables you got going on top, because Wisp and consumables is just Wisp and consumables. So it's really nice to see like a dual lane, like a strong dual lane, like an IO, like I said, like an IO Tiny with Crystal Maiden just roaming in the jungle
Dire
and picking up
team
gold.
back.
Anyways, I lost track here for a while, but the Nyx Assassin, the Night Stalker, and the Lich were the next 3 pickups, so Reckless Minds grabbed themselves some more mid-game aggression. So about that 7 to 9 minute mark, we'll see them
Radiant
moving around the map
team
a
back.
lot. The Night Stalker will start to gank really heavily. He might have ganked before that
Dire
already,
team
but we'll
pick.
see him just going into full-on roaming gank mode. And Io and presumably Doom, perhaps whatever other carry they pick up, will start relocating around and just start to pick up kills. They go for a Wraith King. I like this. I like this a lot,
Radiant
actually.
team
It's going to work out well for him. But yeah, that Lich Nyx and Lifestealer, it's an okay try. I mean, actually, they might put Nyx mid. I don't know if that'll work out well. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I like their draft. It's strong. Like, they have a lot of strong heroes on the side of Xfinity, but they don't have a lot of synergy. Reckless Minds has a... It seems like they have a game plan in mind, because, like I said, 6 to 8
10
minutes into this
seconds
game,
remaining.
we're going to see a lot of action from them, and this could turn into one of those games where it just kind of
5
snowballs out of
seconds
control
remaining.
from that point in the game, and they just start to take off and get more kills, more kills, more kills, and it just gets out of control. And that could very well be because of the draft. So if you see that, don't assume, oh, bad game, boring, this team threw it. This is kind of Reckless Mind's game plan here, but Xfinity's going to have to play safe, they're going to have to play smart, and they kind of
Prepare
have
for
a
battle.
roamy, ganky lineup themselves. Like, the Clockwork is going to want to be getting kills as soon as he gets 6. Slark is just kind of a naturally aggressive hero who's probably just going to be a dick regardless, and Nyx is going to be Vendetta. Oh man, I screwed it up the first time and then I burped the second time. He's going to be Vendetta-ing around trying to pick himself up kills. So they're really looking to grab themselves some greedy kills early in the game. However, I think those are going to be hard to get considering the other team. Once Wraith King hits 6, once Doom hits 6, once Night Stalker gets a couple levels up and it's nighttime regardless, and once that Wisp hits 6, they're just going to be a freaking kill squad. It's going to be really hard to shut these guys down. So I
30
really like
seconds to
these.
battle.
I really like these picks on Reckless Minds. It seems thought out. It seems methodical. It seems like they know what they're doing, and I don't blame them for these picks whatsoever. They're looking good so far. So we'll have to see how it all plays out. Anyways, getting into the game here. We've got Reckless Minds up on the top side, Xfinity on the bottom, Radiant side. Night Stalker's sitting here
The
looking for the
battle
rune.
begins.
Clockwork's going to walk up and just be a dick to him. Coggs him in for no reason. He's going to get his shit wrecked in here. What is he doing? Just invited Thunderdome over to your house? What the hell, buddy? No, if you're going to contest that, you put points into Battery Assault and you just walk up and stay within melee range of Night Stalker and just laugh at him as he tries to fight you but can't. You don't level Cogs first. Like, in that scenario, you don't level Cogs first. Clockwork is one of those heroes where I have a really hard time picking what I'm going to skill first, and it usually just comes down to whatever I see in lane. If I feel I'm safe enough in the lane and I'm not going to get pounced on, I'll go for a rank in First Blood. Jesus Christ! Damn it! Oh god. Doom starting with 2 Stout Shields, the good old axe build that doesn't actually work anymore. Oh man. What's going on here? Low tier Dota. Anyways, yeah. I was saying, Clockwork. I mean, you like I said, if I feel like I'm safe, I'll just put a point into Rocket Flare because it lets you get a couple early last hits, whatever. If you know, I feel like there's pressure coming on, if there's a support that hasn't shown up on the map quite yet, I'll throw the cogs up. And if I'm gonna run into somebody in the river or like try to get a first blood or something like that, I go for battery assault because that always works. So I don't know. You really got to think about that before you do it because, I mean, Clockwork could have potentially damaged the enemy mid-hero very severely there. Anyways, Xfinity doing pretty well on their CS, 9-0 on the Slark, 6-0 on the Lifestealer, and 4 and below on everybody else, so they're doing pretty well for themselves. Void goes out on the Slark though, he's getting pushed away a little bit. He's going to have to use his leap and run off and use one of those shared tangos that he was given. In this top lane here, Clockwork just doing Clockwork things, just farming it up. Nick's looking to see if he can get a little aggressive. He's just hiding in these trees constantly waiting for Doom to move up. Let's just stack and pulling, and it does look like he... No, he didn't manage to get them stacked, so... Unless he did, it's... I don't know. Anyways, he's gonna get those pulled back, so the lane will pull back shortly. But this is only... unless they do manage to get the double pull, this is going to be a temporary stack here. Or there's going to be a temporary pull, and then the lanes will double up. He's up in this mid lane. Nightstalker picks himself up and into his rune, and he's sitting right on it, waiting for Slark to come forward. But he's a little bit afraid, runs himself under the tree. Doom walks right over, steals that Alpha Wolf right underneath Lich's face, and they're going to go on him. The Nyx is chasing up. He's got an Impale ready. And is he going to throw it? No, he doesn't. Doesn't even bother to throw the Impale. He actually could have got a free setup with Spiked Carapace because of Scorched Earth there, but just opted not to go for it. Anyways, yeah, I don't like that double Stout Shield build. It is not as effective as it once was because they changed the multiplication on how it works. So instead of getting an I can't remember what the change was, but basically they made getting 2 of them more effective, or less effective. It used to be okay, like you do that on Axe, you get 2 Stout Shields and like a potion, and that was how you jungled, because creeps couldn't do any damage to you, but they did adjust that. I wish I could remember exactly what they did to change that, because I remember there was some cool math stuff about it, but yeah, anyways. Lifestealer got himself a Hand of Midas recipe pre 4 minutes, and he'll be having that flown out to him so that he can pick up his Glove of Haste from the side shop? I don't know. Anyways, gank up in mid, they look like they want to go for it. Waiting to see if they can catch Nightstalker. Nyx comes down, gets an Impale off, and Pounce is going to go right out. Let's get the Frost Blast off, and they do manage to find the Nightstalker, so he dies right as the first night starts off. And that's really unfortunate for him.
Illusion.
Wraith King going straight for boots, not opting to go for a Midas himself. Maybe we'll see him go that after, but usually if you got this much free farm and this much space, people will just go for the Glove of Haste first as a kind of a tell. So we'll see. The bottom lane, Doom just gonna pot up, worrying a little bit about his health here, and who wouldn't? That mid lane Nightstalker just trying to farm himself up a little bit more now. He is level 6, and he just opts to go for another point in Hunter in the Night instead of going for a point in Darkness, so finds the Nyx though, and Nyx blew a Spiked Carapace. The Impale does go out, but still gonna go for it? No, he just throws out the Void and runs away. Slark looks for a leap, but cannot find it. Catches him with the edge of Dark Pact, and that is about it. The top lane, Dr. Neo Cortex farming up, or not farming, regenning up this this Wraith King here. Love that name.
Radiant's top tower is
Brings
under
back
attack.
fond memories of killing that guy and wondering why there was an N stamped on his forehead. I never got it. Never did. Yeah, so Power Tread's first thing up on Wraith King, so he is foregone the Midas, which is going to put Lifestealer a ways ahead of him. As if he wasn't enough already, 32-3 on that Lifestealer, 19-3 on the Wraith King, and admittedly I think Lifestealer's actually had a harder lane with that Doom than Wraith King has with the Slark. Or the Clockwork. It was out in the mid lane, actually. Life Stalker, Night Stalker, dropping dangerously low and actually gets picked off right behind his tower by 1-4 auto attack of the Slark. So, not a good day for him. He is down 2 deaths already, and his first nighttime is almost over. Doom goes out on the Slark. Doom is chasing him up, looking for that finish off, and the armor goes out on the Slark, but I think he's toast anyways. Yeah, he does fall, is not denied, and Doom is just going to stay and fight this. Tether comes in to try to help out, and Level Death does finish that off. Nyx gets the Impale, but it's just a moment too late. They're pursuing onto this Nyx here, and he really doesn't have anything. He's got enough mana for his Carapace if he wants it, but that's about it. And they're going to disengage, so 3-3 is the kill score now. Both teams sitting relatively even after this stage in the game. Farm advantage definitely going to Xfinity though. They're two cores, the Slark and the Lifestealer, both doing exceptionally well on their farm. There's Lifestealer finds Doom up in the jungle here. He's going to throw out that open wound. He's just going to go for it. Is he going to manage to be able to catch up? Doom is too fast with that Scorched Earth up, and he's going to make it away. There's Lifestealer looking around in this jungle here. He does find the Night Stalker, but just throws out a void and runs away as he realizes what kind of trouble he's in. The nighttime ends, and it is now bright as day. He's scampering back to his cave and will not appear for another couple minutes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's down on bottom. Doom pushing the creep wave up towards the tower, but he's not going to follow it up himself. Not sure if he acknowledges that there's enemy heroes around, but he should not be up this far. Could be in for some danger here. And they're going in on him. They throw out the open wounds and the frost blast, trying to finish him off, but he's just standing his ground, fighting underneath his tower. Is he going to survive? Oh my god, he gets the kill on the Lifestealer, and he falls shortly after. But Night Stalker's going to walk in and try to get the cleanup here. He does manage to finish off that Lich.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
2-2 kill total there. Io gets himself picked up on the top lane, so it goes both ways. However, down to the bottom lane, that exchange went the way of Reckless Minds. Anyway, 8-5 your kill score here, 9 minutes and 5 seconds into this game. Xfinity taking a very minute lead, but both teams playing relatively well, and I'm still confident in the draft from Reckless Minds. Like I said, I think their timing is a little bit behind what I was originally quoting. I was saying 7 to 8 minutes was when we'd start seeing the roaming coming around, but it's looking more like 11 or 12 now, as Io is not yet 6, and Lifestealer had such a rough time in mid lane, and actually gets picked off behind his tower yet again. So this Night Stalker is getting taken out of this game really hard, and it's going to be tough for him to rebound. Night Stalker is one of those heroes that you have to get ahead with early, and he's just not doing that right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Doom going to walk out, look for the Lifestealer, and he throws out the Doom right off the bat, and he's just going to charge right after him, coming up, and Lifestealer's just trying to waltz himself away from this. Bumps into a creep wave, which is going to delay him up a little bit, but Doom is almost up. Doom gives up the chase and turns around. The Lich is right there to Frost Blast him. Nyx is going to walk in and make his life hell, impales him. Yeah, oh jeez. The Lich ultimate catches with as he tethers in and then bounces off a creep and finishes him off as well. Lich did manage to fall in the middle of that fight, but it's still a 2-for-1 exchange, and Doombringer going down is the big deal there. So, not a fantastic trade for Reckless Minds though. They are playing a little reckless, and they've got to hone it in. Slark now looking under the tower for a kill, but he does not find it. They will see in a moment that Night Stalker went down the river and headed towards mid. I don't think, I do not think he's going to manage to catch up with him here. Oh, maybe he does. Life Stalker, every single time. Night Stalker just wandering around a little bit too much, but Slark
popping out of his stealth with the Nyx assassin nearby, and the Impale does catch, so they get the kill. And man, this Night Stalker is not having a great time today. Anyways, up in the south lane, some farming going down in this tower as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Fortify does come out, but I don't think
Radiant
that's really going to stop
structures
them.
are
They're just sit there and
fortified.
beat on it. And yeah, there it goes. First tower of the game
Radiant's top
goes
tower
the
has
way of
fallen.
Reckless Minds. Picking themselves up some much needed gold, especially for that Night Stalker who just now finished up his phase boost. Ooh, big hook shot, trying to get that Wraith King, and he's running away right now, but he does have his ultimate up, so he's going to revive in just a moment. There is no support for him right here. He's going to try to make happen what he can, but not very promising. Anyways, Slark finds himself a Crystal Maiden up here. He's going to finish her off, and Wisp goes back in for no apparent reason and evaporates to the Lich. So 3 kills being thrown away there by Reckless Minds. They're just not playing very well right now. Like I said, they have a really good strategy for kind of dominating that mid game, but they're just not taking it. Infest goes out on this creep here, but it is in deny range. They should be able to get rid of it here, and there they go. They do manage to get it, and Doom goes up on the Lifestealer immediately. He is going to fall from that, no problem, and the TP is cancelled. So one more kill going the way of Reckless Minds. Still decent, but their Lifestealer worked. Oh my god. There's a Lifestealer and a Night Stalker. Lifestealer and Night Stalker. Why do I get those two this time? Night Stalker is still really far behind. He's going to need to catch himself up if he wants to make something happen.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You see TP coming in, but they are ready to fight this, and it's the Nyx. He stealths right away, looking to see what he can make happen. And he finds the Doom from behind. He's going to get the Vendetta strike, but oh my god, what a disaster. Nyx walks right in front of the hook shot, avoiding the lockdown on that Night Stalker that they needed to finish him off. And oh my god, they're looking for it now. Clockwork gets a good set of cogs off and is trying to fight down this Crystal Maiden, but it's just not happening as her magic wand saves her. And oh my god, is Crystal Maiden going to get out of this alive? Oh my god, she is. They clean it up. 3 kills go the way of Reckless Minds. And man, this is still anybody's game, ladies and gentlemen. Still anybody's game. Let's just throwing his ulti out, and oh man, he does manage to get the kill on the Doom, but I think that's all he's gonna get. The Lifestealer walks in, picks up the IO, and he's gonna get the Night Stalker as well. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Anyways. Back at the CS graph, we've got 65 for 3 up on this Lifestealer, so he is still leading the charts. 55 and 3 on the Wraith King, 43 and 1 on the Slark, 36 and 3 on the Doombringer, and 30 on the Clockwork, 29 on the Night Stalker, and everybody else is just supports, so they don't matter. Pretty similar builds here coming out between Wraith King and Lifestealer. We've got the Helm of the Dominator, or not the Helm of the Dominator, Helm of Iron Will, which will eventually lead into the armlet. Oh man, Skeleton King, Wraith King, yeah, he does drop on the tower there. Yeah, both heroes going for that armlet, and both heroes sitting on power treads and a magic wand for themselves. The only difference is that Lifestealer has a Midas, and Wraith King does not. Also, Wraith King did not have enough mana there. I thought he did, but he dies under the tower because of it. Ooh, big hook shot. Grabs that Night Stalker and keeps the creeps out, so bam, very nice hook shot. That's textbook Clockwork play, that's how you do it. And they do manage to get it. Nyx, a little ahead of himself here, and they're diving under 2-2 towers. I think they might want to back off here. Lifestealer is inside of the Nyx, waiting for that bomb to come out in just a moment. But still looking for it. Vendetta goes out. They want to get up front, but just cannot. Sitting right outside of that tower detect range, so they can be ready to jump in on anybody whenever. And there they go on the Doom right away. And is he going to manage to get Doom off in this fight? He does. He turns around, gets it off on the Lich, but he falls shortly thereafter. He'll be down for 40 seconds, and there's Nyx is still looking for action. He's going to have to back off now, but he was definitely looking for that IO, and the tier 1 tower is going to go down for sure. Oh, Nyx trying to get that courier. What bait? The, what is that ability called now? Wraith Fire Blast. Wraith Fire Blast falls out and catches that Nyx out. So 21 to 13 your kill score, and 16 minutes and 20 seconds is your game time right now. Take a peek at the EXP and gold graphs. It's slowly been climbing in the way of Xfinity. Like I said, I do think I like their team a little bit better. They're they're about 5k in the way of gold. But yeah, I do like their team a little better, like hero-wise. But I think Reckless Minds did have a good idea with their strategy, and they just failed to execute it. Their Night Stalker got picked off too much. Wraith King was not farming as well as the Lifestealer, and their tri lane or their bottom lane didn't go so well as Doom got first blooded. So.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Okay, so Fortify flies out as they're chipping away at this bottom tower here. Doom coming in to defend. He's just going to kind of intimidate them away. He does not have his ultimate up, so... Lifestealer now sitting inside of the Slark, ready to pounce at any moment. And gonna get this tower first, and let's see if they try to follow it up.
Dire's bottom
and I thought I was gonna get the deny there. He does not. Slark being a little chicken, even though he's got the Lifestealer inside of him. Now they're gonna turn around with the Nyx Assassin.
You never felt more shit, did you?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh my god. I'm good. I'm good. Oh wow.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright. Sorry, I was
Dire's
chewing
bottom tower
on
is
a very
under
small
attack.
piece of plastic. And as I took a deep breath in
Radiant's
to
middle tower is under attack.
talk about that Nyx striking the Doombringer, I just like inhaled it, and it went straight down my throat. And I acted back up. I'm okay. Jeez, that was like unbelievable. Oh my god. Anyways, mid lane, start getting traded for the Wraith King. They both fall there.
Dire's bottom tower is
Oh
under
man.
attack.
Feeling a little crazy. Anyways, the show must go on. The show must go on. I cannot abandon it for
Radiant's top
fear
tower
that I am
is under
choking.
attack.
Must maintain the camera control. I apologize that you guys had to hear that as well. I'm sure that probably wasn't very pleasant on anybody's ears. I tried to mute it in time, but my hand went to my throat first and not to my microphone. Anyways, like I said, we are good. We are in. We're working on it. It's Dota time. Anyways, I'm waiting for these relocate ganks, man. They haven't come out quite yet, and I'm still itching to see them. And there are a lot of heroes. Wisp is one of them, where you have to aggressively ward. Like, get a ward up, like, right here, and it gives you excellent license to just jump into the enemy jungle when you see somebody. As well as it helps you just know where other heroes are. So if you see somebody farming, like, right here, and then you see 3 of them in the jungle down here, you know that this guy is fair game and his team's not just sitting right here. So you need... Oh, jeez, man, Life Stalker. What the hell is going on tonight? Lifestealer gets Night Stalker, and Slark gets the kill, but yeah, they both go on him. 2 and 7 is that Night Stalker's kills, and he is not doing too well. But yeah, like I said, aggressive warding is the key when playing heroes like Wisp. Pudge is another one of them where you always want to have an aggressive ward, whether it's up on the Ancient Rock here, or you know, if you're playing Radiant up in here, just so that your Pudge always has vision, because you can't expect him to blind hook all the time, every time. And like I said, there's just any number of heroes that follow those same orders. Doom actually flies out on this Mach right here, but I don't know if they're going to be able to pursue. Doom is charging forward, but it's kind of foolish. And yeah, Clockwork's just going to run away from that. He won't die at all. Not even going to lose half his health.
Double damage!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Holy crap, they're in their base!
Has fallen.
I thought this push had stopped. No, it has not. The Wraithfire Blast goes out on that Lich, and they are still charging in on this Rax here, doing a small chunk of damage, but the Lich ulti goes out, and that's going to be the big story of this fight. He's bouncing around, manages to get 2 kills on the Lich and the Wraith King. Night Stalker follows very shortly after, and they're charging in on this dude right now. This could even be GG. They are losing so many heroes, and the buybacks come out, but it doesn't mean a thing. And wow, they get racked, and they call GG at 21 minutes. That is absurd. I really didn't think it was going to happen like that. I honestly didn't.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
It doesn't look like they're actually going to hit the surrender button quite yet, but the GG was called by Dr. Neocortex. Lightstealer walks up there, gets himself a kill, attempts to go into spawn, but doesn't pursue all the way. And the range racks will go down, so that's 2 lanes of racks.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Anyways, so TP's coming in the top to help push this back, and it does look like this game will continue on for a short while. The GG was called, but no one is going to bother. Wraith King now sitting on 2 Quelling Blades for himself, so he's just chopping trees down left and right, not giving a shit. And this tier 2 is going to go down probably without question. It looks like they want to contest it, but I don't know if they're in a position to, really. The Lightstealer walking forward, gets doomed up right away. Oh, what an impale, catches 3, and Lightstealer actually does fall in the middle of that fight. Crystal Maiden is down as well. Doom is very low, looking to fall pretty soon here, but he's got the blade mail up, deflecting some of that damage back to the Clockwork, and the Clockwork does as well. On top of that, Nick, so that is 3 down for 1, and they're going in on this Lich. He's not going to get himself away. He mechs up and 4 stabs, but that's going to be the end of him. 4 down for 1, and the Slark is just pushing top, so maybe some life in our Reckless Minds team here. They are showing signs of life, and this could be good for him. This could be good. Slark is going to probably continue to push this, and maybe even get him a tier 2, but they could get tier 2, 3, and maybe even racks if they push this hard enough. I don't know if they have enough push to do all of that from full to nothing, but I think tier 2 is guaranteed, maybe a tier 3.
Radiant's middle tower is under
going on
attack.
now, doing as much damage as they can, and this tower's going to fall relatively quickly. Clockwork, Lifestealer, and Nyx will be back up by the time they push into tier 3. So I think that's going to be it for the tower pushing for now.
Radiant's
But Slark
fallen.
and Nyx dancing around here, both invisible. The Impale goes up, and it actually misses, but Slark manages to pick himself up an IO kill, turns around, manages to catch himself the Wraith King, and this Courier is in a lot of trouble here. Oh my god, it doesn't get spotted. Just manages to fly in through the trees. Doom gets himself caught out and falls. So 3 for nothing so far. And looking for that Night Stalker. He is turned on the nighttime and he's trying to run away, but he does get spotted. So, oh man, that Clockwork hooks his own teammate. That is really unfortunate. But it looks like Night Stalker is going to get away for now. Grabs himself a haste turn for good measure, and that'll be it. So we got a 4-staff coming up here on the Clockwork. What's he doing over here? Are they doing Roche? Yeah, looks like we're doing Roche. Roshana. This will probably go to the Lifestealer, and we'll make this game severely difficult for the Dire side. Not unwinnable at all, but severely difficult. Looking at about a 15,000 XP advantage and a 15,000 gold advantage as well, both for the side of Xfinity.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Here's an Aegis of the Immortal just chilling there. Nobody seems to want it. Slark walking in there, dropping a TP and grabbing it for himself, so. Night Stalker now throwing off that ulti, making sure that it is nighttime and it is his domain. And just waiting for this engagement on mid. He's sitting up on the high ground so that he can kind of surprise him, come around from the side. But, you know, that's only going to mean so much before they turn around and start slapping him silly. Lifestalker, oh my god, what is going on? What is going on? Lifestalker, Nightstealer, Lifestalker, Nightstealer. Jesus, I don't even know, man. Lifestealer is inside of the Slark right now, so we'll have to watch out for that. Nightstalker reveals himself to that Clockwork, but gets himself hooked out, and he's going to get kind of pushed out of this fight. And over here, the Doom does fall to the burst damage from the side of Xfinity. The Skeleton King going to drop as well. He revives, but he's going to die pretty shortly after. Manages to kill, find himself a Clockwork to kill, but after all of this damage comes in, great impale, finishes him off, and actually he's still brawling. Oh my god, we got 2 down on the other side. Slark's going to come back to life. That Aegis going to work now, and they do manage to pick themselves up. Night Stalker. And 4 down, the Wraith King buying back. Gonna come in and see if he can try to defend this, but I think this will probably be
Dire's
the
middle
GG
tower
call.
is under attack.
And there they go. They're going into the Crystal Maiden. The pound some latches, and they do manage to pick her up. Looking for that Wraith King now. Chasing him underneath the tier 4s, and he's armed with toggling decently. Does manage to avoid the pounce, so he should be able to get himself back into base. And he does, but the GG is called once again by Wisp, so we will see if it does manage to, or if it does actually end up in conceit here.
A demon's luck with numbers.
Anyway, the Slark
Dire's
falls
middle barracks
in
are
the
under
base to
attack.
the Doom, and
Dire's
they're
middle
still going to
barracks
try to
are
defend.
fallen.
It's not quite. Let's do the runner right in here, just man-moding that Doom, finishing him off, chasing down that Wraith King now, but I don't know if he's going to fall. He turns around, gets the Wraithfire Blast off on the Knight,
Dire's middle tower is under
up
attack.
on the Life Stealer, and he is now caught up by the entire enemy team and gets destroyed underneath the tier 4 towers. So 3 heroes going down, some kills getting gained by Reckless Minds here, but I think they are pretty close to done. Chasing down that Lich, they're going to find him, and he's going to be toast in just a moment here. The IO gets caught in with the Clockwork, so they're getting separated, but he does manage to, oh my god, wow, the plays. He tethers himself out, which is a play in and of itself, and then Clockwork turns around and grabs himself a hookshot for the kill. He does fall shortly after, so an entire team wave for Reckless Minds here. So like I said, not completely out of it. They do have a pretty solid core, but you know, it's kind of just a crazy back and forth here. Vanguard getting picked up by this Night Stalker. I'm not sure if I agree with the Vanguard pickup. I know it's on his recommended list, but still not a fantastic item for him. He doesn't have to take that many hits. Black King Barcer is much better.
Dire's
Charging
middle
into this mid
tower
lane
is
here,
under attack.
Nyx and Slark will be the only 2 people available to try to defend this, and I think they should be able to. Lifestealer will be up in 5 seconds here. See, I can't even refer to him as Nakes either, because Nakes and Nyx get confused quite often. Slark runs in there with that Shadowblade initiation. He's trying to fight them down, but he gets doomed up, and a lot of damage done to him. Nyx now walking out of that with a Spike Carapace. Oh my god, a great Wraithfire Blast, but Lifestealer is in the middle of all this, trying to mess things up, gets a good bash out on this Night Stalker, and oh my god, the Lich ulti just bouncing around, cleaning that entire fight up, 4 down for none, and the Crystal Maid is the only person left to defend this impending Doom push, and she does not even have points in her ultimate, so she is about as useless as this creep right here, this guy in particular, and he's dead, so she's about that useful. That double damage rune has been down there unclaimed for so long. It's just ridiculous. Anyways, now they're just going to try to push this top tower, just assure themselves the victory by getting another set of racks, because why push for tier 4s when you can just get more racks? Crystal Maiden still holding off this wave of mega creeps.
Dire's
and,
top tower is under
she's
attack.
not even going to bother trying to defend the tier 2, rightfully so. It is going down for sure. And we will have 4 members
Dire's
of
top tower
Reckless
has
Minds
fallen.
up as soon as this wave hits the base, and Doom will be coming up a few seconds after. Oh man, they throw Nyx right into the base behind the tower and let him get his Vendetta up. So he's turning around, they're looking for the Crystal Maiden, they do get a leash up on her, she falls right away, Clockwork jumps into the middle of all this, Lich ulti bounces around, does manage to finish off the IO, Doom trying to walk away with that blade mail up, but he falls as well, 62 seconds down on him, Wraith King falls, but he's got his ultimate available, he's gonna die no matter what, doesn't matter, Lifestealer still just running around, or Lifestealer, Jesus Christ, Night Stalker, he's trying to run away from the team, but he gets himself caught out by a pounce, and I think he is pretty much done. He is still running for his life, but oh, a good stun here. No, the Impale doesn't catch him. Pounce does, and he is not quite in base. He does manage to take a fall. So 5 heroes down for none, and 3rd GG finally called, and I think this one will be it. Your champions for tonight, Xfinity, triumphing over Reckless Minds here on the public Dota 2 servers. I have been Cptn.Canuck, your showcaster. If you guys like my showcasting, please like, favorite, subscribe, do whatever you would normally do on YouTube if you like my stuff.
As well, check me out on Twitch TV at Captain.Canuck Dota. You can also follow me on Twitter at Captain.Canuck Dota, and I think Twitter will be the centralized place where I will announce all of my casts and streams as they come up. Generally, my schedule from now on will be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I will be casting every one of those nights. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm casting the Amateur Dota 2 League, the AD2L. You can check them out at amateurdota2league.com. As well, you can check out the league that I cast on Saturdays, which is the ADL, the Amateur Dota League. They are separate. The Amateur Dota League's Saturday night fights. They do a weekly best-of-1 tournament that gets you entered for a final tournament, which gives you a cash prize at the end of all of it. So exciting stuff. Definitely check that out, and check out their oh, excuse me. I'm still recovering from choking on that plastic. Anyways, like I said, you can check out them at amateurdotaleague.com, and for sure. So check me out on all the channels I have mentioned. There will be a link down below, and I'm hoping to see you guys on the live stream tomorrow. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.